The book of Matthew, chapter 6, and verse 19. Lord Yahweh Shai speaking, who the word ignorantly calls Jesus. His true name in the ancient Hebrew is Yahweh Shai. He is the deliverer and savior of Israel. And he says right here in Matthew chapter 6 and verse 19, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to start off as always by giving all praise, all honor, all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachah, Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the elect out there, whoever you might be. Shalom to the 144,000. It's the brother Amon Padah from the GMS Denver camp. Coming at you with a quick lesson. In regards to recent news, okay? And just giving you some advice and some wisdom through the scriptures. Things are becoming more and more turbulent in society as we edge toward the coming of our Lord Yahweh Shai, all right, who they ignorantly call Jesus, all right, who's a so-called Negro from the tribe of Judah, all right? Well, prior to him returning to the earth, things are going to become extremely chaotic. And this is why you can't invest your energy and your dreams in this place. All right, this society is going down, man. There's no question about it. All right, and that's why it says right here, the Lord Yahweh Shai says, don't really, store your treasures upon earth, man, such as your money, your cars, your house, carnal things, because all those things can be stolen and taken away from you, and they will be. All right. So I want to play a quick video clip in regards to recent news. All right, now you've probably heard this already. All right, but check it out.
Well, a new lawsuit claims millions of Americans nationwide may have had their personal information compromised in a large-scale hack. The hacking group known as USDOD says it compromised nearly 3 billion records, including people's social security numbers. The group allegedly targeted the system of national public data back in April. The company is used by businesses and investigators to do background checks. It's currently unclear exactly how many people were affected. CBS News senior business and technology correspondent Jolene Kent is in Los Angeles for more on this. Jolene, it's not just social security numbers. What was taken?
Yeah, social security numbers, past and current addresses, names of siblings, all kinds of information was taken. The good news is finally this organization has acknowledged that this did happen, and they do plan, after this lawsuit was filed, to notify people who've been affected. But what you really want to do when it comes to protecting yourself in this situation is a lot of the things we've always talked about, but this is also coming recommended by the organization that was targeted. You want to freeze your credit first and foremost. I know it sounds like it could be complicated, but it's actually very simple. It's free. You want to do that with all 3 credit bureaus. And we're talking about 2.7 billion records that were accessed. It could very well have affected you. Chances are, yes, your social security number, your past addresses, your current addresses are probably already out there available on the dark web. But what you want to do is do that freezing at Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. Do the credit security freeze as soon as you can.
Okay, I'm just writing this.
All right, I'm going to stop it for a second. So you see what's going on, man. The newest commotion has been brought about. All right, they're saying that all these identities have been compromised, all right, due to a data breach. Now, I'm going to call bullshit on this. I believe that Esau's behind this, because he's the damn devil, man. One of his main things is deception. And what he does is he brings a problem, all right, the people have a reaction, and then he also brings a solution. All right, and it's called the Hegelian dialectic, man. He's always used this strategy to gain control over the people. This is no different. All right, so you know what I'm saying? They try to tell you that your personal information, your sensitive information, has been compromised, and it's on the dark web, and it's a good chance that somebody has your information. All right, and they're used. That information is used to access finances, man, to start credit lines, and identity theft is a major thing, man. It could ruin your life, so to speak. Okay, and I've been affected by this, and it does fuck your life up a little bit, man. If somebody steals your identity and does things with your name and your credit line, it can affect you, man, from like getting an apartment, buying a house and doing certain things. But that's why the Lord tells us, don't store your treasures upon earth. All right. Especially in the time that we're in, man, this shit is going down. So for you to be that invested, and dependent on this system, it's going to be to your own detriment. All right. Now, we believe they're also using this to bring forth another end time prophecy, man, the major end time prophecy known as the Mark of the Beast, which is the RFID microchip. All right. We're not ignorant of Satan's devices. We know what the fuck this devil is doing, man. All right. He wants you to be weary of this whole financial system so that you can get on board with the new one that they're getting ready to bring forth. Which they're going to say is more secure. You won't have to worry about identity theft. It's going to be a unique authentication process, all right, via RFID microchip inserted into your body. This is the mark of the beast, man. All right. And the people that are storing their treasures on earth, who have everything invested in this society, they're going to run to that mark of the beast. They're going to run to take that RFID microchip. Okay. Especially those that are affected by this so-called data breach. All right, let's get a quick precept and we'll come back. All right, I had to bring this out since I quoted it. It's the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. And it says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. When you go into that word devices, it goes into, strategies, you know what I'm saying? Different plots and schemes. All right, and this is one of them. All right, we believe that this is one of the schemes of, Satan, man. And we know that the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan is none other than Esau Edom, the so-called white man. He's controlled by the spiritual demon Satan. He's controlled underneath that satanic energy. And that's why he does the things that he does. He is the wicked. All right. And you better believe that he's plotting and scheming. All right. On ways to try to bring forth his new world order, which includes the mark of the beast. All right. And those who have eyes to see and ears to hear, all right, we understand what's going on, man. All right. It's not a coincidence that there's a major data breach, and they're saying that every American pretty much, or 3 billion people have their social security information, physical addresses, and telephone numbers and all that compromised. Come on, man. We called this years ago, starting with the elder apostles on down, man. Here at Great Millstone, they said that they were going to do something like this. That people's identification, information will be hacked, and they're going to bring forth the mark of the beast, man. A unique identifier so that nobody can hack it. That's what they're going to say. And people are going to flock to it, man. But we see the play already.
Down because I need to make sure that I do this. So is this something that everybody should do regardless of whether you think you may have been part of this hack? Would you know if your information was part of this hack?
Yeah, national public data says that they will inform those who have been affected, but that can take a long time. And so if you just want to take precautions, you can set up dark web monitoring on your accounts, on your information, but you can also just go ahead and preemptively freeze your credit if you haven't done so already. With so many hacks, a lot of people have already done this. Yeah. And then the way you can access your credit, of course, is to call and unfreeze it when you're trying to do a major transaction, whether you're trying to buy a new car with a car loan or purchase a home. Have your credit looked at when it comes to renting as well.
You mentioned all of our information is probably already on the dark web. Makes me feel just kind of vulnerable. I mean, how does something like this happen? A scale of this magnitude, and is that the right question we should be asking if something like this is so ubiquitous now?
Talking to so many cybersecurity experts, including Chris Krebs here at CBS News, the general consensus is assume your data is out there and act accordingly. And so what you want to do is maintain good password hygiene. You want to institute credit monitoring, freeze your credit, use two-factor authentication, and just basically play defense for yourself, because basically it is very easy to access your information. And now, because so many different hacks have happened affecting hundreds of millions of people here in the U.S. and around the world, it's actually pretty easy for bundlers essentially to take your information and continue to sell it or triangulate and target you in a more effective way. So you just want to make sure that you're taking all of these simple steps and refresh, maybe set a date in your calendar every 6 months or so to redo this and make sure that you're maintaining that good online security hygiene, because unfortunately the reality is your information is probably out there somewhere. I hate to tell you.
Makes me Think of bundles in a whole new way. Nefarious bundles in this case. Jolene Kent, thank you.
So yeah, man, that's the latest scare. All right. Now let's read some of these comments. Okay. Let's see. It says this guy or this person, American Gal 69, says it's by design. It happened months ago and just now telling us. All right. So yeah, man. Even some people are awoke to what's going on to an extent. All right. This is by design. We believe here. A Great Millstone. I know I speak for myself personally. All right. I believe it's by design. All right. Because Esau has a short time left, so he has to bring forth his mark of the beast, man. And this is a catalyst, man, towards that new system, because they're going to say that, you know what, this system is failing. We need a new system. There's too many people that have been affected by this. And here's the solution, the RFID microchip. All right. It's unique to your identity and it can't be hacked. It'll be a reasonable option, right? Well, let's get a quick precept. Let's get Revelation 13. All right, here we have it, Revelation chapter 13, and we're going to go down to verse 16 and read it. It says, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." All right, we go over this all the time because this time is coming. All right, this is the mark of the beast. It's a physical mark, man. And the word right here, let's get into it for edification's sake. All right. The word right here for mark, you go into the Greek. What is it? Let's see. It's the word charagma. All right. You see it right there.
Strong's G 5480. Charagma. Charagma.
All right. And it goes into the definition. It's a physical mark, man. All right. It's not a spiritual mark. It's a physical thing that will be made mandatory. A stamp, an imprinted mark, of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand is the badge of the followers of the anti-Messiah. All right. A mark branded upon horses because they want you to be cattle. They look at you as cattle. You people out there, the average public, the average person is considered cattle to these elites. And I'm going to mark and tag you to know your whereabouts and everything else. It says a thin carved sculpture, graven work of idolatrous images. And it goes on to say down here, a scratch or etching. These are physical things, man. A stamp as a badge of servitude. Sculpture, figure, graven mark. If you receive the RFID microchip either in your head or in your hand, all right, to participate in this system, you're showing that you serve Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and you serve his beast system, all right, which is against the ways of Yahweh Shema Shai. That's your allegiance being shown to this society, and the Lord's going to destroy you, all right, point blank period. So that's what they're bringing. They're moving forward with their plans to bring forth the charagma, or the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip. All right, that's what it is. It's not anything else other than the microchip. That's what it is. All right, don't let anybody tell you that it's anything else. The mark of the beast is the RFID microchip. Now it goes on to say in verse 17, "And that no man might buy or sell save he or except he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name." All right, here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. All right, 666. And that goes into complete corruption. All right, complete carnality. All right, and also this damn devil likes to implement that number in a lot of his systems. All right, and I've mentioned it before, the UPC code. All right, those little barcodes that you scan when you go to the store. All right, that number is incorporated into that Salakia is incorporated into the UPC codes if you do your research. All right, and many other things as well. But the point is that I want to make right here is in verse 17. It says that no man is going to be able to buy or sell unless you have the RFID microchip, because they're bringing forth a system in which credit cards, all right, cash is going to be done away with. You see, debit cards, all this is going to be done away with because, as you can see, it's easily breached. So they're finna bring a new, quote unquote, secure and safe system that goes inside of your body that can't nobody steal. That's what they're gonna try to say. All right. So just letting you know, heads up, it's coming.
When Elias Brotberger goes to work, he doesn't need ID. And he doesn't need money. In fact, much of what he needs to get through the day is hidden right there, just below the surface, in his hand.
You like to touch it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, weird. Yeah, it's like a grain of rice.
Yeah, a grain of rice.
Embedded in his hand is a microchip that serves as his keys, his ID, and his wallet.
Yeah, it's all in chip, so I use it like to get around the building.
Buy snacks.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's buy some snacks.
Exactly.
So I can't open it.
No.
Okay.
So what I need to do is I need to first blip my chip, and it will log me in, and from there I get access to the fridge.
All right, stop it right there. You saw that, right? So that guy just said, all right, that refrigerator won't even open unless he scanned his RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast. It's already here, man. And this video was old, man. Okay? This is 4 years old. They've been had this technology. Esau has been moving society towards this for years and years and years, and now here we are. All right, he's getting ready to make it the new way of paying for things. Okay, to keep certain people out, because those who don't get down with the New World Order, who don't receive their badge of allegiance, which is the RFID microchip, then they're gonna be denied access to resources, man. Okay, all your bank accounts are gonna have to be transferred to the RFID microchips, and that's why we tell you to not have your mind invested in this place, man. This society is done. All right. All right, we're calling for the destruction of this place because, like I said, it's going to get to the point where if you don't have this microchip, you won't be able to buy or sell, man, at all. All right? You won't even be able to go into the stores. You see what I'm saying? You won't be able to steal anything because, you know, it's going to be locked. These different stores are going to have security and all type of shit to try to keep those who reject the mark out. And that's their plans, man. We see it happening right now. But let's play a little bit more of this clip. I just want to make that point that the refrigerator wouldn't even open unless he scanned that RFID microchip. Think about it.
Popular TV shows like Black Mirror have imagined chips as part of a dystopian future.
Install ingrain procedure with local anesthetic and you're good to go.
In Sweden, the microchips are already here.
The microchip implants use the same technology that's in contactless credit cards.
Which have made cash pretty much obsolete in Sweden.
No cash.
At this tech fair, a chipping event for those on the cutting edge, merging their hands with this new technology.
I thought it would be fun, right?
The process is simple and swift. A pinch of the skin, and in a matter of seconds, the chip is inserted. The transformation is complete. As for the pain,
I barely felt it.
but even in this nation of early adopters, not everyone is racing to get chipped.
Feel less human. I will feel like a robot.
I mean, it's so much more data can go into this, when it's in your body.
There's no central registry tracking how many people are chipped, but biohacker Hannes Wellblood estimates between 5 and 10,000.
In the future, do you think everyone is going to be chipped?
I think it'll be voluntary, but I am certainly convinced that millions of people will find it very, very valuable to have a smart device under their skin.
Human microchipping may be our future, but in Sweden, it's already reality. Sarah Harmon, NBC News, Stockholm.
So there you go, man. You see it. You see it, man. This is all biblical prophecy coming to pass.
Gave you the idea that you wanted to really be a walking computer?
So I've always been a tech enthusiast, and I always try to be on the cutting edge of technology.
So that drove Brandon Delali to do what some might believe only takes place in a science fiction movie.
It gets inserted into your skin.
A chip, and not the type you eat, but a microchip, has been implanted in Brandon's left hand.
This one is just a little guy right there.
Yeah, I see that right there.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So after that was inserted and the swelling went down, I'm able to open up the front and back door to my house. I can walk up to people and have them tap their phone to my hand and instantly transfer my contact information, my portfolio, my COVID vax card.
But Brandon got to thinking, why stop there? He's got 2 hands, right? And plenty of room for more chips.
So I thought, how cool would it be if I could leave my house, no car key, no house key.
So 2 weeks ago, right here in Michigan, Brandon got another chip implanted, this one in his right hand, to unlock and start his Tesla.
It's a perfect backup, something you can never forget, something that doesn't break, something that won't fail you.
And if you think having chips implanted in your body requires a doctor or is costly, well, think again.
The chips themselves are anywhere from between $200 and $300, and the install only ran me about $100 because you can go to a local piercing shop who will obviously agree to do the installation. All the programming and coding of putting the apps on the chip, that's all done by me.
Moving forward, Brandon is thinking about having other chips implanted in his body.
So it'll be inserted right under or right over your breast, and then you can tap your phone to your chest and instantly get temperature readings.
And with all this talk about chips, Brandon hopes the chip for the Tesla gets the attention of you-know-who.
It would make all this worth it if maybe just like a thumbs up from Elon or something, or a...
All right, now you see what's going on here, man. This came out a year ago, so showing you, man, they've always had this in the plans. All right, and it shows you that he unlocked his car with that chip, right? His door to his house. They're trying to make it seem like it's convenient, all right, and inhackable, all right? They're going to make it seem like it's convenient, and a lot of people are going to voluntarily take this bullshit, all right, and be destroyed. This is the mark of the beast, and we're in the era of it being brought out on a large scale, all right? Bible prophecy is reigning true once again. And the thing is, it's going to get to the point where you won't be able to even operate a vehicle without having an RFID microchip. You see what I'm saying? Come on, man. We're going to be outcast of this society very soon. And it's a good thing because we're not even joined to this shit. All right? We've already pretty much disconnected from this society spiritually when we came into this truth. All right? We're not a part of the world. We're just using the world as not as abusing it. We understand that this is a transitory period for us, man. We're not ingrained in this society like that, man. All right? It's going to come to the point either you're going to get down with Esau society or you're going to reject Esau and stay with the Lord, man, and receive salvation. That's the only way. But I want to get a couple of more precepts. We're going to close it. All right, so we started out with Matthew 6 and verse 19. I'll read it one more time. I'm going to read down to verse 20. This is Lord Yahweh Shai speaking to us, man. He says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth where moth and rust doth corrupt and where thieves break through and steal. You can lose it all in a second, right? Okay. Verse 20, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. You see, the things of the spirit can't be stolen by Esau, Edom. All right? The things that we receive from Yahweh Shem Shai are eternal. All right, you can lose your house, you can lose your car, you can lose your bank account. Like I said, it can get hacked. All right? That's all part of this society, man. Our treasures are with Yahweh Shem Shai. You know, knowing the truth, knowing the true names of the Lord, Yahweh, and his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai, the things that are necessary for salvation, things that are necessary to eternal life. That's our focus, man. Everything else here is fucking temporary. And when people start losing certain things, they're going to lose their mind too, because they're completely invested in this society, man. So when it crashes, they going to crash. All right, I got to get this real quick. The book of 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. And that's kind of, you know, spiritual how that word pierced is right there, because that's what it takes to get the RFID microchip. You got to pierce your skin. That's against the laws, man, of Yahweh Shem Shai. Not to make cuttings in our flesh. And and especially for a RFID microchip. And people that love money, all right, because money is not, wicked, man. Money is just a tool that we use to, sell, trade, buy, and all that stuff, man. But when you love it, when you make it an idol, that's when you err, man. All right, you've made it a god. You see? And those who love money, they're willing to do any kind of evil thing to keep it or to get it. People die over money all the time, man. People will do the most horrendous things for money. All right? That's why it says the love of money is the root of all evil. And those who have millions of dollars, those who have all kind of shit invested in this society, what they gonna do? They gonna take the RFID microchip. That's a very evil thing to do. All right? Because the Lord is against it. Clearly, he tells us, man, that those who receive it are going to be destroyed. In Revelation chapter 14, verse 9 on down, it tells you about that. Okay? So, yeah, man. Don't lay up, for yourselves treasures on earth. Take your mind out of this place. This shit is already over, man. It's already done. All right? We don't got nothing here, man. So why try to hold on to this bullshit, man? The Lord says we're going to be like pilgrims upon the earth. Let's get that real quick. We're going to close with this. All right? I don't want to make this lesson too long. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 40. It says, "O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to thy battle." All right? A spiritual battle, man. That's what we in. "And in those evils, be even as pilgrims upon the earth." A pilgrim is somebody who is on a journey for religious purposes. All right? Well, guess what? We fall into that category. All right? We're going to be moving from place to place. All right? In order to be in obedience with our creator, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Because like I said, at some point in time, you won't be able to pay your rent. You won't be able to work or get paid. You won't be able to function in this society, this current setup, or the new setup that's coming, unless you get down with Esau's beast system and take the mark of the beast. All right? So guess what that means? That means if we still here, we're going to have to be moving from place to place, man. We're not going to have our houses or apartments anymore. We're not going to be able to put gas into our cars. All right? We won't have any bank accounts anymore, man. And that's where you get to trust in the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. We're going to have to completely depend on the Lord to take care of us, man. And he will. He's going to take care of his elect. All right? Isaiah 65:13 says, "My servant shall eat," right? We bring that out from time to time. Hey, we're going to have to really apply these scriptures, man, in faith in the time we're coming into, man. It could be months from now that this shit could be made mandatory, man. Because right now it's voluntary. You got people, getting that shit. But it's going to be to the point in time, it's going to come a point in time where it's going to be made mandatory, man. And punishable by death if you don't receive it. All right? So, yeah, man, just a quick news update. The brothers have been talking about this because it's major prophetic news, man. This whole data breach shit is a catalyst to the mark of the beast and Esau's beast system, which is soon to come. So I'm in this right here. You've been warned, man. All right? Take your mind out of this place. This shit is done. Look forward to the Lord Yahweh Shai returning, man. We ain't got nothing else in this society, man. All right? So I'm in there right there. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachak Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And Kwame Yasharala in the Bible. Bar. Shalom.